Good evening. This is Kay Aubrey Shemaine. I am the owner and director of Grand Adventures Ranch, a holistic equine wellness center in Sonoyta, Arizona. This is our weekly Always Shine Your Light Equine Energy Point Education Series webinar. We meet each week to learn a little bit more about using photopuncture and light therapy to help horses attain their optimal health and peak performance. Tonight's webinar, we're going to be talking about sisters. Sister meridians in the body. The balance between yin and yang, light and dark, male, female, how that works, and just an introduction to that in the horse's body and in the energy meridians. So there are 6 pairs of energy meridians and 1 pair of what's called an extraordinary vessel in the body, whether it's a human body, dog body, horse body. There's 6 pairs that have been mapped out, and they are tied to different elements: metal, earth, fire, water, and wood. Each pair has a yin and a yang sister. So we have the lung and the large intestine, the stomach and the spleen, the heart and the small intestine, the bladder and the kidney, the pericardium and the triple heater, the gallbladder and the liver, and then in our extraordinary vessels, the governing vessel and the conception vessel. Now, people often get tied up in lung and large intestine, or they see gallbladder for horse, and they say, but the horse doesn't have a gallbladder. Doesn't matter. This is an energetic pathway through the body that governs the energy of what the gallbladder would do in the body. So here's a different representation. As you can see, as the energy flows through the body from morning to night, it goes from yin to yang, lung to large intestine, back down to yang, stomach, over to a yin, which is spleen, and so forth through the body. It takes 24 hours for that energy to travel through the body. 12 meridians, 2 hours per meridian. Now, yin-yang, people have heard of this for years. They've seen the little yin-yang signal. But really, it originally meant bright side, dark side. Okay? We always have light and dark in the world. We have light and dark from sun going from side to side. Without light, you don't have dark. We have shades of light versus shades of dark. Everything in the world can be explained and divided into yin-yang. Hot, cold, male, female, up, down. It's just simply an interdependent relationship. Dr. John Shen is an acupuncturist who really said it all. Balancing yin and yang is really all there is to Chinese medicine. That's really where it starts. Now, it may take you a lifetime to figure out how to get it to balance, but it's just balancing yin and yang. Yang, the yang property, whether it be the yang meridian or the yang portion of a pair, usually means more hot, bright, active. It's the more outward areas of the body. It's more hyper function. Yin is cold, darkness, stillness, more reflective, inwardness. The belly versus the back. The back and the top of the body are yang. The bottom of the body and the belly and the more protected areas are yin. Okay, you don't have to remember all this, just think, but you start thinking in terms of yin and yang for sisters. The upper part of the body, the exterior, are yang. The lower part of your body, the interior, are yin. So now we're going to talk a little about 2 different kinds of points. And as you start looking at acupuncture charts, you're going to see references to source points and connecting points. Now, source points are related to the organ related to that meridian. So it's the place where the chi, the energy from each organ, gathers and then is distributed throughout the body by that meridian. There's one source point for each meridian, so there's 12 of them, and they're all located below the knee or the hock. On a human, it would be in the hands or wrist. And stimulating these points is really great when you have diseases in the corresponding organ. So if you're dealing with heart disease, you would look at treating the source point for heart. If you were dealing with lung issues, you might treat the source point for lung, etc. Now, connecting points are the spot on the body where the yin and the yang sisters, where they connect. So because we always have yin and yang, we'll have an excess of energy in one meridian, maybe an excess of energy in the lung. So the horse is coughing all the time, producing a lot of phlegm, and maybe insufficient energy in the large intestine, its sister meridian. And so maybe they're stiff in the neck, the energy isn't flowing well. So we have an overabundance of energy in one and an underabundance in the other. That connecting point is where the two meet, and we can use that connecting point to balance the energy between the two. This is really great when you're dealing with chronic issues. So for example, here is our yin meridian, our yin metal meridian of lung. And you can see down here it says that our source point is lung 9, right here, right on the side of the knee. And our connecting point is lung 7. In the sister, the large intestine, the source point is large intestine 4, and the connecting point is large intestine 6. How are they used? Clinically, you normally would use the connecting point along with the source point to bring the two in balance. So maybe if you have a lung meridian part, you might use the lung source point, lung 9, and the large intestine connecting point of large intestine 6. That will help to balance the energy between the lung and the large intestine. It'll treat the source point for the lung itself and support the system overall. And that might be an entire treatment. That might be all you do. For example, here we would go. If we had lung issues and we were trying to support the lung, maybe the horse is coughing, has heaves, has torn something, you could come in and you could treat large intestine 6, which is right above the knee in the middle, the front of the leg, right in the middle, and lung 9 on the side of the knee. This would be sister balancing. Now, if you're using a photopuncture system, Bioscan, Summerell, Avalon, whatever name, I usually treat the source connecting points simultaneously on level 2 for 30 to 60 seconds. With any other light device, I usually recommend 2 minutes or more because they're not quite as powerful. Now, that doesn't go, lasers would be powerful. They would be putting a lot of energy in. Or you would use the time recommended by the manufacturer for treating each point. Now we're going to have an upcoming online class where we're going to go in and work using this combination for all of the meridian pairs, some of the conditions you would treat with it, how to really find those points. It's going to be an ongoing, continuing education for some of the students in our classes. And for other people, it's $49, okay? You can order it online or you can go to the website that you see here on this page, okay? It is in our shopping cart as well. You just go to our shop.photopuncture.com. All right, I'm going to open this up to people for questions. Okay, anybody? Feedback? Too fast? Too slow? Too confusing?
That's a lot of stuff.
That was just the overview.
I know. I'm thinking this class is going to be, my brain's probably going to be fried by Saturday.
Well, Sandra, you do not have to know all that stuff for the upcoming class. That's why this is ongoing education.
Right.
The upcoming 4-day class will be teaching you how to find the points. You're not going to have to know how to find all the sisters or what connecting and source and alarm and all those things. You're going to get an overview, but you're not going to have to remember them all.
Okay.
That,
So my question is that when you're assessing an issue, like you scanned and you got your points, and how do you decide if it is something physical versus something chi or acupuncture related?
oh, good question.
Or does it matter? Does it matter what you
It doesn't
know?
matter.
Because I'm thinking of my horse who has that shoulder issue, but there are other outside influences that he was diagnosed a year ago with navicular bursitis.
Ooh, ouch.
So yeah, but we gave him like 3 months off, and we had the corrective shoes and stuff, and he came back really well. But
He still has
I
some
don't
issues.
know if it's coming back, and
Right.
so the shoulder is the presenting problem, but it might be coming from the foot.
Right. Now, of course, you have the benefit of having the scanner. When you have the scanner, follow the scanner, keep clearing it down till you find. Whoever's dropping dishes, can you mute?
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Whenever you have chronic issues like that, it really can help. When you have a scanner, right? You can start peeling away the onion. But knowing when you have something chronic that's just not clearing, knowing other approaches. If your little voice says, ooh, you know what? I'm going to try this other way of doing it. Try it, right? You're never going to hurt them with the lights. Sometimes finding just that one combination, it can just make a huge difference, all right? Now, what she's talking about, by the way, guys, this is MJ. MJ, is this you on the horse? Of course,
yes, that's my good boy. I love him.
I love all the beautiful raked. Man, set up that picture to be pretty.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Oh, wow, that's a gorgeous shot. So here's MJ on her horse, and she scanned him. Now, how old are these scans?
That was about maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay. So obviously we have some inflammation going on in here, all right? We have some pretty common energy points that I can see that are coming up. Let's go here. We've got SI9 right here, which is a major one for the shoulder. We've got here with the gallbladder 21. We've got, and the rest of this I probably would think we probably have some inflammation going on. There's just so many points. This one right here, I think that's stomach 10. So all of these are, they show me that we've got huge stiffness just in that shoulder, okay? And then if we come over, that was the right shoulder, here's the left, I better get rid of my little yellow dots. Here's the left hip. Also, we have some tightness coming down here in the bladder points along here. We have some tightness along the front above the stifle, between the stifle and the hip. So I'm thinking muscle, overall we can see that we've got the cross-body imbalance and so on. That makes a lot of sense. Does he you've said that he doesn't turn evenly, he doesn't like to turn as well to one side. Does he slide to one side more than the other, put more pressure on one hip than the other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes when he slides, one leg will go kind of a little bit sideways.
Yep.
More than the other, and I really can't remember which leg it is. I try to look at my tracks, but I'm thinking it's actually thinking it was the right hind that he kind of slides out on, but.
Well, that would make sense, right? Because if it was weaker,
he's putting more pressure on the left to keep his hind end up. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Okay. And then, and then we have his chest, and to me, the chest one was really interesting. Come here.
That's what I thought. That's really what I was. I mean,
This
she
chest here,
said,
we can see this
yeah,
line coming right down the pec muscle, the
yeah,
biceps, right?
right,
And if you look at, we have a little bit on this side, but primarily we're coming right along this pectoral. And come here. Talking back at my computer, it always helps. If you look at where this muscle attaches, okay, it comes up in front of that shoulder and attaches to the end of the shoulder blade here. I'm wondering, and this is just total speculation, but this has happened to me in my body, when that comes out of the groove. And it'll work just fine, but it'll hurt like hell all the time. And it'll catch.
So I'm thinking my next step is going to be a chiropractic visit.
Well, before I go for chiropractic, I would probably look at using my lights at the insertion points, okay, here and down here, under here where it attaches. And I would be doing some stretches. We've got some shoulder stretches in the library on our YouTube page, where you bring that shoulder out under the nose and let the horse get really great stretches. And when that can come straight out, if it's out of the groove at all, it'll help slide it back into position, whereas chiropractic will not. Chiropractic will not adjust if that's out. All it'll do is adjust the tightness here. I have never, unless you have a chiropractor that does the stretch and resets the leg, okay? And I should say it depends on the chiropractor. Some of them just want to do munch crunch, so I get a little. But I would start. You've got this stuff. I'm assuming you scanned him and you've treated those points a few times, correct?
Yeah, that's why I say it's chronic, because it keeps coming back.
Right. Well, I would rescan, see if we're still getting these points. All right. I'm guessing, where I would focus would probably be on some of the master points, which you're going to get. And I'm assuming we're going to get to see this horse when we're up for the class. So next,
you did what? Yeah, he's going to be in the class.
Yeah, we get to play with him for this class. Well, it'll be nice to see what clears while we're there with regular work, and we'll do some of the stretches. So we'll, if you don't mind, wait till next week, and we'll do some of the stretches then.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. And Sandy had some news last week on the call. She was talking about a horse that was chronically angry and worrisome. You want to tell them what happened when what points you treated and what happened?
Yeah, this horse has been on Stora since July. He has had everything done to him. Name the practitioner, he gets it all the time. And he couldn't walk in February. He was cantering in May, got injured again. And he's just really irate. And he would look at me like, get out of here, especially if I tried to put him on cross ties. So I went up to him and I said, I will not work on you on the cross ties. I'm coming in and we're trying something different today. And I just did the gallbladder meridian and the liver meridian on 2 and on 5, 30 seconds each. And if I tell you, he was like sleeping the whole time. I've never seen him do this. And I've been working on him steadily since February. It was really lovely to see. And as we're on the call, I'm texting the trainer right now, and he said he did really well. The owner's other horse, I want if I could get some feedback on that would be great. The spots that show up on him look like they're pericardium in the feet. So I said, okay, I'll do pericardium and triple heater. And I asked how he was, and he said he's lazy. He responded very well to detox points. So, but I can't seem to motivate these people to buy, Vivo Zeo and get the apple cider vinegar in their water. But I'm wondering what would be the next best pair of meridians to work. He has low blood cell, low blood counts. They got him on some alfalfa, regardless of what I say. It's a low proportion, and they have him, I think, still on red cell. So I haven't had a chance to study the meridians, what would be good energy meridians to give them energy.
All right, well, think about think about the elements we're dealing with. We have metal, which protects the body. We have earth, which is the ripening and rotting of food, our stomach and spleen. We have fire. We have water. We have fire. Where do you think energy would come? Fire.
Well, I thought it would be fire, which is, I thought,
Fire.
maybe I didn't do it.
No.
I thought pericardium heater was fire.
It is, but you might have been balancing it. He could be exhausted. Sometimes you have to get enough energy to be able to sleep. You ever been too tired to sleep?
Yeah.
Your pericardium and triple heater energies are the more subtle support of the underlying issues. So, for example, the pericardium protects and surrounds the heart. Sometimes it's safer when you have heart issues to start with pericardium because it's a gentler energy. But if you need to wake up the horse, bring energy up in the horse, you may be wanting to use a higher level of fire, okay? But remember to never override the body's priorities. What would happen if you have a horse that's exhausted? He's detoxing because you've been doing detox points, okay? And detox is tiring. I don't know about you, but if you, okay, it's a lot of work. So you have a horse that's tired, and you artificially energize him and overramp him. You can burn out his adrenals.
Lovely.
I love that you just took a more gentle approach. When you support and balance the pericardium and triple heater, it's going to start moving the energy to the parts of the body that needs it. Now, that may not make the trainer super happy, but that's going to be education on your part. You know, he may have been tired because we just put him through a lot. Okay, let's see what happens over the next 3 sessions, and you may find that by this time next week it takes 24 hours for it to go through the body. Then he's going to catch up. Well, let's see. Tell me next week how he did over the week, not just the next treatment, the next exercise session, training session.
Okay. So should I not push to do a treatment on Saturday to work on him?
No, I would just scan and believe the points that you scan. Try doing it from that. Scan and then treat the points that you find, and just put faith in that process.
Okay.
Okay. So Diane, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I thought somebody else said something. I haven't heard anything from Diane or Karen tonight. What's going on?
Well, there's not a lot going on with me. I went to New York, and every time I fly, I get sick, so I've been sick for a week. So, no, you're not going to hear much from me. And then I broke my machine, so I can't give him any treatments. But that's about where I've been.
Oh, that's so frustrating. Well, like I said, yeah, find a local electronics store, and I'm sure you can get it fixed quickly.
That's what I'm going to have to do.
Yeah. And
what I'd like to do is get a couple of extra cords made so that if I have this problem again, I'll have them.
Exactly.
Handy.
You just go and you just swap them out. You know what?
I would like
call Jim from Bioscan.
Yeah.
He may have some extra cords that he'd be happy to sell because he's not in the business anymore.
Right. Is he going to stay in the business? Is he going back?
I don't think he's made up his mind.
Getting a hold of that old site where he says he's in business, and
I know he's doing that. He's doing that to piss off. He's kind of doing that as kind of a, and I think he and Nadine is still thinking she's going to get back into making the pads. But if she does, she'll find somebody else to make them, or she'll come up with an agreement with David or something. I don't know. But he may have a stockpile of cords and so on that he'd be happy to sell.
Right. Yeah, I will get a hold of him. But I wanted to talk about this summer is not going to turn into a time when I can take this class, and I do want to take it. How often do you have it? Like if I couldn't make the one in August, is there one later on
Yeah,
in the
the
year?
next one is November 12th, I think. Let's see.
Where would that be held?
Right now that is scheduled to be here in Sonoyta, Arizona.
Okay, well that would be good because I'd like to come there.
Yeah, Sonoyta is really nice in the fall. It's really pretty right then. It's a good time.
So anyway, I'm working toward doing that. I just life gets in the way sometimes, you know.
Yeah, we know. So if you get onto some of the continuing education classes, you'll be even more prepared for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all that. I'm probably just gonna, get on board for that class that you have coming up.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
I just had one more thing that I know I chatted a little bit about this to you. I went and bought some comfrey. I'm raising it, and hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I lost my picture, but I can still hear your voice. I've started feeding it to my thoroughbred. For the last 6 months, he's had a steady cough. And I've been feeding him this comfrey every day in his food. It's in a powder form. And he's not coughing anymore.
Nice.
Well, it is nice, but it's a mystery to me. Why?
Probably because you help support his immune system and so on. And I'm sure there's a Chinese medicine reason, whether comfrey is cooling, and the cough is usually considered a yang. The lungs are a yang organ. They surround the heart. The heart is inside, and it's more yin, and the lungs are outside, so they're more yang. So they're usually when you have coughing and phlegm and irritation of the lungs, it's considered an excess yang. All right, an excess of heat. And so it may be that comfrey is a very cooling herb. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm going to make sure I have enough here that I'm going to feed it to all my horses. I like everything I've read about it.
Nice. So anybody got any more feedback on the slides that I did tonight?
I have to think about that for a long time.
Okay. Well, if something comes up over the next,
It's all new to me.
How about you, Karen? I know you do a lot of body work and so on up there in Idaho.
Well, I thought your presentation was good. I liked it.
Okay, and the charts are clear enough then?
They were clear enough for me.
Okay, good.
I understood them.
All right. I get into my own head and then I get in my own way, so I'm just checking with people. Because we're going to really take those in depth on the 8th. And I appreciate it if any. These are going to be coming out on the Photopuncture Facebook page and so on. If you guys can share them with people,
Yeah, I've been reading I've been watching some of the videos from the past sessions, and they're all good to me.
Okay, great. I'm glad you finally found them. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
We don't always get them out immediately, but we do try to get them out. We're getting there.
Well, they're really helpful.
And MJ, you missed a couple of weeks. Any other questions come up for you besides what's going on with your chronic boy?
No, I watched them online, so I'm caught up.
Oh.
And I got a lot of horses lined up for the clinic, and people are very excited. They want their horses worked on, and so from what you told me, that Saturday is really the day that we're going to do the actual working on the horse. The rest of the days are kind of drawing on the horse and painting on the horse and that kind of thing.
Yes and no. We've sat down. In fact, since you guys are all here, what I'm going to do is go over a little bit of the agenda that we've decided to do. Okay? Because Karen wants to see how photopuncture works, and because I can't stand never finishing off a horse anyway, we're going to do 2 horses a day. All right? We could probably do more than this if you've already overpromised. But first thing in the morning, we will scan them. And then we're going to record what we found and we're going to put it away. We're going to ignore it. Okay? Then we are going to start and do that day's session through the different meridians and so on. And at the end of the day, we are going to, because we're then going to, before we even assess them, we're going to scan them and put the stuff away. And then we're going to do our, our balance assessments and all of that, just like we would for any other session. We will do our training, and then at the end of the day, we will treat those points like a typical photopuncture session so that horses get treated, okay? And
so you want 2 horses a day?
I want 2 horses a day at least.
Okay, and then you want to be able to scan in the morning, then put them away,
I'm
and
sorry,
then come back later and treat.
Yes.
Okay.
And then,
all right. Well, we got plenty horses to do that then.
And then on Saturday, each of the 3 of you, or Sandy, I didn't know if you were staying Saturday or not, but the opportunity was there. On Saturday, each person will take a horse, do a full session from it, evaluating the horse, doing a balance, tracking it, doing a scanning, feedback on what they would do afterwards, the whole bit from top to bottom with a client. And then if you do that all the way through, then you get your CPT. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, woo, somebody's excited.
I'm so
That's okay. That's good. I like that. Oh my God. And then
I have my whole family in the background, so
because we are
it's summer vacation.
woohoo! Because we are condensing what is normally 6 days into kind of 4.5 or 5. We're gonna do, and we're all staying at the same hotel. What I thought we would do is we will meet in the mornings at the hotel and have breakfast together and go over, and that is completely optional. But one morning we're going to do muscle testing and introduce that for anybody who wants to learn muscle testing. And another morning we're going to do an introduction to holistic nutrition. Mm-hmm. And nobody has to come to those, but if you want them, we'll do them at breakfast, and then we'll move on out to the stables. Okay? What do people think about that? Or is that going to make the days just too darn long for you?
No, it sounds good to me. This is Karen.
sounds awesome.
I mean, I figure we're all staying at the same place. Evenings, you're on your own. Karen and I are going to hit the pool because we're missing our 3 days a week lap swims. And so in the evenings, everybody, you are going to want to have some downtime because we are going to overload your brains. And, by Friday night, you're going to be sick and tired of me. I'm going to warn you. You're pre-warned. So, bring a swimsuit. We're going to do stuff in the pool. Every day we're going to do some energetic resonance exercises to bring our energy up. If anybody has particular grounding or energy exercises that they like, bring them with you and be prepared to share with the group first thing in the morning so we can get our energy up. And so we're going to pack a lot in. All right?
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Woohoo! All right, guys.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yes.
Besides bringing the fine point erasable pins, was there anything else we were to be bringing?
Water bottle.
We will have water cups for you with your name on them, little things refillable. And MJ and I are going to be coordinating about having iced tea or water or something there, iced water for people. I hate disposable water bottles. I just hate them with a passion. I just feel like we're filling landfills. So we will give you a reusable cup with your name on it. You're going to keep it. It's your little. It says photopuncture on it. And the other thing to bring. I highly recommend getting a trucker's clipboard.
Where do you get that?
They're not even truckers' clipboards. It used to be you got them at, truck stops. But now every Office Max sells them. They are a clipboard with storage space in them.
Okay.
Okay? They can hold your pens, they'll hold your charts, your book. You keep everything together. They keep it from getting blown away at the barns. And they're just a great place to keep all your session notes and so on. And then we're going to have some laminated charts for you when we're there that you'll be able to keep track. The wet erase fine point pens are for your laminated charts. You will thank me that you have them. Bring comfortable shoes, closed-toed shoes. I don't care that you're in boots, but I do care that you're in closed-toed shoes. You would be amazed at the people who show up without them. Bring layers. How warm is it at night right now, MJ?
Oh, it'll be light till probably 8 or 9.
No, I mean, what's the temperature at night?
Oh, gosh, it's been so hot here. Probably like in the 80s.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to cool down that
Yeah.
much at night. So layers aren't as important as I was thinking.
Yeah, I would bring like a light sweater or jacket just in case the weather changes, but it's been in the night like almost 100 here every day.
Right.
And that's one thing. I was scanning a horse the other day and he was sweating. So just standing there, he was sweating.
Yep.
So we might want to, I think you had mentioned we want to do an early morning scan because it is so hot. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
We want to get
bring light clothing. I mean, it's pretty hot here right now.
light clothing, but in something you will not be embarrassed being photographed in, guys, because Karen is coming with me. You will be on camera. And I hate to say it, but with this kind of work, there's one part of your anatomy that will be in the picture the most. And it's not your head. That's right. We will try to get your good sides, but your butt will show up a lot in these pictures. So no split crotch jeans. You might regret the picture.
You better not post this stuff on Facebook or you will never live it down.
Exactly. But and
put them on your website.
I understand that the liability release did not come through in one of the automated emails. So I'm going to be resending the liability. Actually, what we'll probably do is just print them there. We'll have the liability release and the photography release there at the class. Okay.
Because I'm sure that Bard will want a liability release too, so
Yeah,
you can have all that
and
stuff ready.
yeah, we will have. I've named them in the liability lease, but if they have their own that they want, MJ, have them have it ready. And also,
yeah, they'll want one.
ask them if they need my insurance certificate.
Okay.
Okay.
I know they do when trainers come in, but I'm not sure what this
I'll
falls
just
under.
I'll just
so,
send it. I'll just send it to you. How's that? And that way, because
That'd be awesome.
yeah, let's just plan on them having this certificate. Okay.
Just cover it. Yeah, just cover it all.
Right. And for those, if you were never on the call and didn't get it, if you do not have insurance and you're working on other people's horses and taking money, go to handsontrade.com and get a year's worth of insurance for like $120 or something. And that'll be in the course materials as well. Okay. All right. Well, there will not be a class next week, of course, because we will be in
Colorado.
We'll be in Colorado, and I'm only going to try to multitask so many things at one time. But there will be some continuing education things besides the one in August. We're going to try to do one a month, so there'll be some upcoming classes. All right? So get prepared to absorb.
Yay.
Okay, guys.
Thank you, Kay.
You're welcome. We will talk to you. So we'll see most of you. Unfortunately, we won't see Diane, but we'll see her next time. But to see the rest of you Monday night or Tuesday. If you want, everybody send me your flight arrangements, and we'll try to coordinate making sure where everybody is. Okay? Oh, there's Betsy. I didn't know Betsy was on here. Hi, Betsy. Were you here with us the whole time and I didn't see you? Betsy? Yep, she's not saying anything. Okay, well, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.